I'm Somali and I'm British. I've lived here kind of almost all my life, but I identify as Somali more.
I would say very much that I am British. I was born in South London on the Thames in St Thomas's Hospital.
How would I define my ethnicity? I'm from East Africa and I'm Somali.
So I am a Somali. I was born in Sweden and I'm a Muslim.
Black person who believes in Islam.
I don't think there is a definition of a black Muslim because we're all different.
But the thing is, people assume that all Muslims, especially black Muslims, are kind of a homogenous group, that we all think the same, act the same.
We're all very different people. Black Muslims come from different nationalities. We have different cultures. However, we're binded by the same struggle.
The fact that we even have to have discussions like this is actually quite sad, because within the Muslim community, I should just be a Muslim, but unfortunately I'm seen as black first, and in some cases and in some circles not even a Muslim.
Our Muslim identity sometimes conflicts with our black identity.
There's confusion where we lie. Do we lie with the black issue and the racism, or do we sit with the Muslim issue and kind of the Islamophobia?
But at the same time, you don't have that camaraderie, you don't have that support from those within our Muslim community.
We're not recognised a lot of the time by the Muslim community, and we're not recognised a lot of the time by the black community.
I think being a black Muslim can be increasingly difficult because it's not something you can hide. Both being Muslim, especially being a Muslim woman, I have on my hijab, and then I also have my skin tone, and it's not something I can basically take off when I get home.
My aunt was talking to me and she was telling me how some Nigerian woman she knows who's Muslim doesn't even wear hijab anymore. She only wears it to the mosque because she doesn't feel comfortable. And that's as a black woman, she doesn't feel comfortable marking herself with a hijab.
And there's just a lack of representation, or even just a lack of discussion of the hardships that black Muslims go through.
We often linger in the margins of society. We experience Islamophobia, we experience racism, and I think our biggest issue is that when we experience these things, we have little support because there aren't many people who are willing to stand up and discuss these issues because it doesn't affect them. I went to a protest on supporting Palestine in Bristol a few years ago, and there were a significant number of black Muslims that attended such a protest. However, it wasn't too long ago where we were fundraising for the famine in Somalia, and there was very little support from non-black Muslims in raising money for something that's affecting black Muslims. And unfortunately, this is the reality of what black Muslims go through. They are marginalised in British society and they are marginalised amongst the Ummah.
It's difficult, and I think it's something that we should sort of work together both within our communities and outside to make people aware that this is an issue.